Welcome to the session on performance management, areas of evaluation and the role of review meetings. Did you know that most of the companies have now radically changed the way they measure and recognize employee performance? The new practices are slowly becoming clearer and more standardized, and they are definitely working. Repeat. And they are definitely working. Agile goal management, check-ins and continuous feedback are becoming common, and new models of evaluation and rewards are being adopted next. If organizations are seriously revamping their performance management process, one must also evaluate if the organization's performance management strategies are effective enough and whether they are worth the investment or not. According to an article published on the Deloitte website on performance management, companies including Adobe, IBM, General Electric and Cisco continue experimenting with new processes, and most are continue experimenting with new processes. The focus has shifted from talking about people to talking with people in open conversations. Companies focus on improving discussions, creating frequent check-in. Companies focus on improving discussions, creating frequent check-ins and creating a developmental focus, said the director of talent at Adidas Group, Mr. Amy Berg. With this thought in mind, and creating a developmental focus, said Amy Berg, director of talent at Adidas Group. With this thought in mind, let us get introduced to the learning objectives of this session. By the end of this video lecture, we will be able to explore areas for performance management evaluation and analyze the role of review meetings in evaluating performance management systems. Let us begin with our first learning objective on exploring areas for evaluation of performance management. Understanding the development of performance management framework is necessary as organizations differ greatly from each other with regard to their organization culture and the operating environment. In many cases, organizations lack a formal performance appraisal system altogether. This means that the entire performance management system has to be devised from the scratch. In other cases, the organization may not want to make, In other cases, the organization may want to make changes in its present system in order to achieve the desired results. There cannot be a ready standard model that suits all the organizations and which can be readily applied. Thus, it is vital to have an understanding of how performance management framework can be devised. Along with this, it is necessary to have an understanding about the various measures of performance management. Whether it is developing a performance management system from the scratch or revising an existing one, both needs to be evaluated to see if it meets the purposes of assessing employee performance. Given the fact that organizations have their own unique experiences and dynamics as they mature, one cannot have a universal performance management system that fits all organizations. Thus, there is a need for every organization to have its own performance management system that is in tune with its own culture, requirements and experience. For an organization to survive and prosper, it is necessary to have a tab on the level of performance of employees. It has to be ensured that the employees contribute their best to the organization and continuously improve themselves. It is only then the organization as a whole would be able to grow and meet the challenges of the increasingly globalized world. In order to achieve this, it must be ensured that employees are treated as a valuable resource. It is here that the concept of performance management comes into play. It can channelize the current skills and capabilities of the employees along with their talent potential to achieve the desired goals. Performance is an important area of organizational functioning. It is based on the aspects of efficiency and effectiveness. While efficiency looks at the ratio of outputs to inputs, effectiveness refers to the capacity to achieve a particular goal. In order to understand the difference between efficiency and effectiveness, let us take the example of two truck drivers, A and B, who have been asked to transport some material from place X to another place Y in a given period of time. It is observed that both drivers reach their destination within the stipulated time, which implies that both A and B are effective drivers. However, driver A has better driving skills and would use less fuel in reaching the destination than driver B. On this basis, it can be said that A is more efficient than B. Performance management is a concept that ensures that goals are achieved consistently and in an effective and efficient manner. It monitors the employees on a regular basis, ensuring that the required traits are being developed and rewarding them for their achievements. An important component, repeat, An important component of performance management has been the performance appraisal that looks into measuring the extent to which an employee has been able to reach the desired level of performance in the desired areas. The concept of performance management emerged in the later part of the 1980s when the traditional appraisal systems were found wanting. The traditional appraisal process was a top-down approach with absence of participation from the employees who were merely handed down a piece of paper giving their judgment, repeat, who were merely handed down a piece of paper giving their judgment on the performance after a certain period of time. However, the appraisal process did not emphasize why a particular ranking was allotted for a particular employee and on what parameters they were judged, and how he or she could improve himself or herself. Performance management emerged as a more natural concept of management that combines constructive participation from both the employee and the employer in order to achieve the desired aims. Performance management attempted to align the behavior and actions of employees with, repeat, Performance management attempted to align the behavior and actions of employees with that of the organization in order to achieve better organizational performance. The concept rests on two basic propositions. First, by jointly participating in setting expectations along with the managers, the employees get a clear idea about what is expected of them. Second, through the support and training extended by the organization, it is ensured that there is a desired improvement in the employees' skill sets and abilities. According to Philip James and Alan Cowling, performance management ensures that all employees participate in setting targets. These targets are set in such a way that they match the goals of the enterprise. The employees are rewarded for achieving the targets. They are also given training and resources to gain the competence to achieve the targets. A more rigorous definition has been given by Michael Armstrong and Angela Barron, who consider performance management as a strategic and integrated approach to deliver sustained success to an organization by improving the performance and the capabilities of the people who work in it. One of the common experiences of organizations is that the visualization of performance management systems is much easier than their actual implementation. Repeat. One of the common experiences of organizations is that the visualization of performance management systems is much easier than their actual implementation. Thus, to ensure that the performance management system delivers what was conceptualized, the performance management system itself should be periodically reviewed. Some of the tasks in this evaluation process would be examining the various linked areas, conceptualizing and using diagnostic checklists, carrying out evaluations and reviewing the main methods of evaluation. Various issues that should be considered while evaluating a performance management system are the repeat. Various issues that should be considered while evaluating a performance management system are the integration of the organization's objectives with its performance system, linkage to the organization's critical success factors, relationship with individual objectives, bonding of job responsibilities and performance expectations, effective encouragement to personal development, objective or subjective, clear or ambiguous evaluation criteria, addressing of company policies and procedures, effective usage of supervisors and employees in the system, the extent of association of performance with pay and rewards, the fit of the performance management with the culture of the organization, commitment and consistent support from top management, collective ownership of line managers and employees, alignment to the real work of the organization, coordination of organizational, team and individual objectives, addition of value in terms of both short-term and long-term development, integration of the performance management system with the business planning process, compatibility of the performance management system with the other HR processes, involvement of all the desired stakeholders in the design, development and implementation of performance management system, the way the performance management system operates, whether in a transparent, fair and equitable manner, whether managers are ensuring that there is a shared understanding of vision, strategy, goals and values of the company, if the performance management process are being, if the performance management processes are being used by managers in a way to help people feel that they are valued by the organization, performance management processes are meant to align individual and organizational goals, but this is not a matter of top-down flow of objectives. Individuals and teams should be given the opportunity to put forward their views on what they can achieve, and their views should be duly considered. Performance management should primarily focus on the development of people. Financial rewards in the process should act only as a secondary consideration. For example, Google adopted an innovative internal grading system known as the Objectives and Key Results, or the OKRs. Employees set a goal for themselves and outline a series of quantifiable results that will help them achieve that objective. Google's CEO does the same for the entire company. Googlers are rated by their managers on a 5-point scale from needs improvement to superb. Googlers and their managers select a group of peer reviewers that also includes employees who are junior to them. The peer reviewers are asked to list one thing the person they are reviewing should do more of and one thing the employee could do differently to have a greater impact on the company. Groups of managers meet and review their employees' tentative ratings together. This process is designed to reduce the manager's bias because they have to explain their decisions to each other. At Google, annual reviews take place in November and pay discussions happen about a month later. The hope is that employees want to improve for the sake of contributing more to the company, not because they are motivated by the prospect of a higher salary. Google believes that employees want to be evaluated because they want to grow and eventually become the best at their job. It's up to the employer to show them how to do that. This instance shows that Google has a particular way of managing its employee performance, which in a way reflects the organizational culture at Google. The company wants its employees to improve for the sake of contributing to the company. This is evident in the way Google developed their performance management strategies. The aim and operation of performance management and how it can benefit all concerned are communicated thoroughly and effectively. Time for a quick self-assessment quiz now. All you need to do is answer for yourself if the statement displayed on screen is true or false. The statement is, one of the areas of performance management evaluation is its compatibility with other HR processes. Pause. Repeat. One of the areas of performance management evaluation is its compatibility with other HR processes. Option A, true. Option B, false. Your time starts now. The right answer is option A, true. Let us now move on to our next learning objective on analyzing the role of review meetings in evaluating performance management systems. Evaluation of performance is always a key area in performance management systems. In this regard, Armstrong primarily used the methods for evaluating the performance management systems. Repeat. In this regard, Armstrong primarily used specific methods for evaluating performance management system. These are review meetings, attitude surveys and focus group discussions. However, in this video session, we will be learning about the role of review meetings in the evaluation of performance management system. Evaluation can be done by asking individuals to complete questionnaires and then following up with a review meeting. The questionnaires ask people to rate the effectiveness of the review meetings on a point scale. The respondents are asked to indicate their reactions ranging from fully agree, partly disagree and fully disagree with statements such as, I was given plenty of opportunities to contribute to the formulation of my objectives. I am quite satisfied with the objectives I agreed to frame. I felt that the meeting to agree on objectives helped me focus on what I should be aiming to achieve. I received good feedback from my manager during the year on how well I was doing. The manager fully recognized my achievements during this year. If any criticisms were made during the review, they were based on facts and not on opinions. I was given plenty of opportunities by my manager to discuss the reasons for any problem with my work. I felt that generally the comments made by my manager at the review meeting were fair. The review meeting ended with a clear plan of action for the future with which I agreed. I felt well motivated after the meeting. Respondents have to indicate their reactions on these statements for evaluation. Feedback from people enables review meetings more. Repeat. Feedback from people enables review meetings to be more effective. For example, Infosys, India's second largest firm, started using a new system called Checkpoint to get feedback from stakeholders who have been associated with an employee. This helps significant stakeholders such as peers and managers to give review feedback on how they feel about a particular employee. Infosys introduced a new performance appraisal system called iCount for its employees in 2016. The system measures the performance of its employees based on the targets given to them. Prior to this, they had a normal bell curve appraisal. Now, in 2016, it was replaced with iCount. Under this system, iCount employees will get feedback. Repeat. Under this system, iCount employees will get feedback on their performances throughout the year. The focus on this type of appraisal is on individual performance rather than relative performance. It empowers managers by giving more flexibility to maintain high performance culture. Under the earlier system, the managers were categorized into categories and ranked 70% as average, 20% as high and 10% as low performers. The new system rewarded the company's employees based on their performance in short term, taking into account annual targets set for them. It allows for continuous feedback from peer, manager and stakeholders. IBM also started a new system called the checkpoint that helps in reviewing employee performance, as we mentioned a few seconds ago. This continuously appraises the candidate than going in for a yearly assessment. Infosys wants to use the concept of crowdsourcing as well in their employee feedback, where a person can get feedback from many members in a team. Under this concept, an employee can get feedback from his team members on a real-time basis. Infosys has attempted to stem employee attrition through such initiatives, as the attrition rate had risen to 21% from 17.3%. Infosys also decided to offer restricted stock option to its 7,898 high-performing managers and, repeat, to its 7,898. Repeat. Infosys also decided to offer restricted stock option to its 7,898 high-performing employees and mid-level managers of the company and its subsidiaries. Time for a simple quiz now. Which of the methods displayed on screen does not help in evaluating the performance management system of an organization? A. Review meetings. B. Personality meetings. C. Attitude surveys. D. Focus group discussion. Your time starts now. The right answer is option B, personality reviews. Repeat. The right answer is option B, personality meetings. It is, repeat. The right answer is option B, personality meetings. It's time for a quick activity now. The major areas of, repeat. It's time to sum up our session now. The major takeaways from this session are areas of evaluating a performance repeat. Areas of evaluating a performance management system are performance management and organizational culture fit, integration of an organization's objectives with performance system and business planning of processes, compatibility of performance management system with other HR processes, and involvement of stakeholders in the implementation of a performance management system. Review meetings play a significant role in the evaluation of a performance management system. Time for activity now. Share your knowledge about the areas of performance management evaluation and role of meetings. Repeat. Share your knowledge about the areas of performance management evaluation and the role of review meetings in evaluating a performance management system. This exercise will enable you to better recall all the points we have learnt in this session. That is all we have for you for now. We will see you soon. Until then, take care. ఇది కంటిన్యూ చేద్దామా, వేరే రికార్డింగ్ పెట్టుకుంటామా? లేదు, వేరే పెట్టుకుంటే ఈజీగా ఉంటుందన్న. స్టాప్ చేసి ఫ్రెష్గా తీసుకోండి.